Okay, somehow I let my doctor talk me back into trying the Botox. It's been over 8 years, and he was like, I think you'll find success and we'll just stick to the muscles in your neck. And I made the, oh God, they hurt. I made the appointment, and then they called and they said, oh, we need more time, so we're going to have to change the appointment. I said, oh, why are you going to need more time? She said, because we got a map. I said, you got a map? I said, I thought mapping would be, we wouldn't have to map. She goes, no, I got a map. So I'm like, so, okay. So they made the appointment for today. And I know all of you that get Botox. Everyone, it acts differently. It works differently for, oh God, for everybody. So I don't know why I decided to do it again, because last time was a disaster with my arms, and they keep saying that was some sort of coincidence. And I'm like, it started with the Botox and it ended with the Botox. I have a hard time believing that not being able to move my arms was a coincidence. And then being dizzy, which I fell and tore my rotator cuff. She goes, well, this shouldn't cause you to be dizzy. I said, no, you're not understanding. It's not dizzy like a drug dizzy, or I spun around a circle dizzy. I said, maybe closer to spinning around a circle dizzy, but all the neck muscles suddenly were relaxing enough that when I turned, it was like, woo, I had nothing to support my head. So I got dizzy and I fell and I tore my rotator cuff. And that is when I stopped getting the Botox. I did 2 years, so 8 treatments. I didn't feel like I got enough relief to make it worthwhile. So he talked me into it this last time I was there, because he's like, it's worse, it's more painful, maybe it'll help more this time because it's more painful and it's much worse than it was back in 2016. So I agreed, and last night we went to Cindy Lauper concert in Minneapolis, which was good because it was a nice distraction. She was very talented, and it was a fun concert. And so it was a good distraction, because this causes so much anxiety in me when I have this appointment. So much anxiety, and I don't think I have a lot of anxiety normally. I mean, I guess I do, but not like this. Like, I'm just like sick to my stomach. Oh my gosh, I gotta have this appointment. Oh my gosh, how's this gonna go? So I went in, and she said, hey, I saw you in 2016. I was looking at your records. Okay. So they mapped, and the whole thing is I forgot with the mapping is when they stick the probe in to the muscle to hear it, it seizes. It just grabs that needle and just seizes it up. And then they tell you to turn your head, and I'm like, I can't, because it hurts. That hurts so bad right now. So they put 8 of those in, and each one of them, let's see, they put 3, 4, 5, not see 6, 7, 8. I think it was 10, and they seized up around every one of those needles, and I was like, oh. And so then they're like, let your head do what it's naturally gonna do, which of course it goes right this direction, it goes right to the side, and it goes up, because when I look down or I'm this turned towards the left, then the trimmer always wants to go right and up. So I went right and up, and she goes, well, that's good, because now that tells me exactly where I need to put the needles. So she put 5 in this side, 5 or 6 on this side, and 3 on this side. And she said the largest dose went into this muscle, because that's the one that causes most of the tremor, or most of the pulling. And there's a huge lump in the back of my neck right now where she put that in, because she just kept pressing it in. And she said she was putting the largest dose in that muscle. And oh my gosh, it hurts. It really hurts. I'm not sure. If I don't get some relief, I don't know if I'm going to do this again. I don't even know why I did it in the first place. I guess I'm easily tucked into things when things are bad, and I was hurting, and that's the doctor got me in a weak moment. But he also got me, and he said that kind of bothered me, because he goes, oh, look, you have a tongue tremor. When he wanted me to look in my mouth. They were doing this whole neurological test, because I haven't been there since 2016. And he's like, oh, you have a tongue tremor. I'm like, oh yeah, that's hilarious. I'm so excited for myself. And a tongue tremor, hilarious. Kind of ticked me off, which is silly, but I was in that kind of mood, and it just ticked me off. But I have friends with real problems. One of my friends was just diagnosed with breast cancer, and it's very aggressive, and she's gonna have to be 6 months of chemo. And then I have another friend with ALS, and she's not gonna be with us much longer. So I have to remember that my tremor's not so bad. And yes, it causes pain just like everyone else's tremors out there, but it's not that bad. And maybe they can help me. If not, I'm not going to go again. I go to the Movement Disorder Center, or Movement Disorder part of neurology, at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. It's supposed to be the best, and yet I feel like they have no idea what they're doing. which is frustrating because I'm sure they're like, oh, we know what we're doing. I'm like, yes, but when I ask you questions, you're like, well, I don't think it'll cost that. I don't think it'll do that. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. And I'm like, and all you can give me is Botox, besides baclofen, which I found had too many side effects that I did not want. And even on the low dose I was in, I did not want those side effects. And I didn't feel like it was doing anything. I actually think it made things worse. So I got off the baclofen. Yeah. How are you guys doing? If any of you are having, maybe you've done Botox before and then you decide to do it again and you're having success, that'd be great to hear from you. If not, I'll let you know what happens. But yeah, my whole neck hurts. Oh, there's a lump right there. And yeah, it's very uncomfortable. We're in Rochester. We don't live in Rochester, so we had to drive in. And so my husband's like, hey, let's go shopping. I'm like, probably not. I don't think it's really going to go well, but if it does, sure, we can go to Costco and, hit all the stores that we love here. But so I'm in the car and he's gone into one of his stores and that's the only one we're going to hit today. And then we're going to go home and I'm going to lay down. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night either. We stayed up in near Minneapolis after we went to the concert, but we had to be down here pretty early. So not a lot of sleep, but that is my dystonia update. I only decided to do it again because, he talked me into it, but I was also in a weakened state because of the fact that I saw some videos of myself in China with my daughter. The worst one was the Great Wall. We were on the Great Wall. It was cold. It was like 40 degrees. It was windy. And it's always worse when it's cold because the muscles seize up. And there was a lot of people I didn't know, and people kept talking to us in Chinese, and I don't know any Chinese. And they would try their English on us, like, hi, where are you from? Nice to meet you. And, and I'd respond, and that's pretty much what they knew because those were their English phrases. I have no Chinese phrases, so trust me, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It was great. But it causes, tension because I don't know where I am. It's a brand new experience. Everything's novel. And it might be good for my brain, but it's not good for my tremor. And so it was much worse. And so she took a video of us on the Great Wall of China, and it was so bad. I was just like this the whole time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder my shoulders were so tight. My neck hurt so bad that night when I tried to go to sleep. And luckily we just flew out the next morning. We were done. That was our last day in Beijing. So I was able to, she went to work then in the afternoon, and I just went back to her apartment, went to sleep. Try to relax everything, heating pads, some Tylenol, Advil, kind of thing. But that's when I saw that video, and I was like, oh, I really need to do something because no wonder it hurts. But if this doesn't help, then I don't know what there is. I guess I just have to put up with it. And I know a lot of you are just putting up with it. And I'm sorry you have to put up with it. I'm sorry that we have to have this at all. This just sucks. It sucks like all health problems. They all suck. And I feel for you, trust me. When I see somebody with a tremor, sometimes I want to say, hey, hi, do you have dystonia? Or, what's going on? And I see you. I understand. I don't understand completely, but I see you and I understand what you're going through a little bit. I get how hard it is and that it's not easy and that it's painful and embarrassing. And sometimes people are just not kind. And I get it. And I see you. Sorry. A little emotional because everything hurts right now too. But I see you. And I just want you guys to know I get it. And it sucks. And I know a lot of you are much worse off than I am. And I am sorry. I am sorry you're dealing with this. And I hope they find something that helps. But hey, thank you for tuning in. And if you have any questions, I doubt I can answer them, but you can ask. I am big on Googling. I'm not the greatest Googler, but I do Google a lot of things. So if you have any questions, let me know. And if you have any advice or just one event, I'm okay with that too. Hey, Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful season. Happy holidays. And hang in there. Thanks. Bye.